good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are catching me. Welcome to Divas Empowered Network. I am Nyasha, your mama diva herself, and it is my pleasure to have you here with us. On this channel, we aim to help women build their beauty confidence from inside out. If you are new, please do consider subscribing somewhere down there and turning the notifications button on so that you will be notified with a ping when content is added. Today is a first on my channel because if you don't know, along with being a motivational coach, empowerment speaker, planner, lover, and all of that, I am also an international makeup business owner. So I thought that I would share with you my makeup. I did a bit of a chit chat on Facebook with my Facebook ladies this morning, today, to achieve this look, which is just a very neutral look that I did today. So I recorded it and I thought, why not share it with my newfound YouTube divas? So it's a bit of a long one, however you can skip through the bits. The conversation is juicy though, so if I were you, I'll grab myself a tea, a coffee, or a glass of wine, and I would sit back and enjoy. So let's jump right into it. Let's achieve this look. See you soon. Bye bye. Hey, good Monday morning, my beautiful peoples. Welcome to my live, and I would say welcome to my channel as well, because I will be using this for YouTube. So if you're joining me for the first time, I am Nyasha and I'm your mama diva, coach, empowerment speaker, and all of that jazz. So today I'm just getting ready. I'm just trying to put a bit of a face on to, hi Sarah, good morning, hi Andrea. I'm doing makeup. I don't know if some of you are joining me for the self-love club, but I'm doing makeup and we're just gonna have a little bit of a chat because I've got loads of videos to record today and 10 million things that I need to be doing. So we're gonna do this quick. I've already done my brows. So if you're a regular, you know that most times I do my brows before I come on here because my brows are like bad children. They behave really, really good when it's just me and them doing our thing. But when it's like other people and a lot of people, they act up sometimes. So like for YouTube, you would not know how I do my brows, but for Facebook, you know how I do my brows. It's nothing, hi Heather, it's nothing new going on here. So if you want to see how I do my brows, let me know. If you're seeing me and hearing me properly, comment. Hello, Maria Thorpe. I need to have words with you, woman. Hi, Bernadette. You know what? I'm having a fantastic day. I woke up extremely early for some reason. I woke up extremely early with a bit of pep in my step. And I got loads and loads and loads done. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy with myself. So let me just get this party started. How's everyone doing today? Girls, my brushes are getting to that point again where they need a bit of washing and a bit of attention and a bit of all of that. You're on the train. Where are you going? Maria Thorpe. Woman, you need to report yourself. So I'm just doing, because I'm doing this face. And you know what? I think of late, I'm into like nude. I'm into like a sort of nudie with a little bit of color eyes and these bold lips that I've been doing. So I'm going to go in, firstly I'm going to go into my palette. On my brows, I used a brow pencil which is my go-to, my holy grail, my, you know, boo thing. So I've used that, and then I have gone in with my concealer. That's what I did. I concealed and fix it up because it needs fixing. Oh, you're just waking up, Bernadette. So now I'm going to go into one of my palettes, and I have an amazing new palette, but I haven't received mine yet. So I've got an amazing, but I'm going to just go into one of your make it yourself palettes. Okay, Maria, give him a good look from me. So this is just one of your make it yourself palettes which I put together, and I'm just going in with this sort of brown, which is called Nonsensical. It's called Nonsensical. So I'm just going to put that in my crease. This is a Real Techniques brush, one of my 10,000s. Ooh, thank you, Maria. Those nails need doing. They're gonna come out very soon. So I'm just gonna do that. So if you missed it last night, I launched my challenge. I don't know if I'm calling it a challenge. I'm calling it a self-love month, a month of loving yourself and doing you and making sure that you look after you. And those of you who've been following me for a while, you know that I am all about looking after number one. Because if you don't look after number one, you can't look after anybody else. So I'm all about that, and I've got that challenge this month where you look after yourself and make sure that you're taking care of business on that end, which is the most amazing thing that you need to do. So thank you, Bernadette. I hope you would join in. So later on today, I'm going to make a video for today, or maybe I'll come back live. I don't know. I haven't decided. Hi, Sonia. You know what I'm like. I'm organized, but I'm rebellious as well. So I'm organized. I know what I'm doing. I know how I'm going to, you know, I know all of that. I know my content. But I don't want to be dictated by whether I go live or do a video. I'll decide that when the time is right, innit? So that's what I'll do. But I need to go out today. I need to do a bit of food shopping, because I'm also trying to take care of my body and my health and all of that. So yeah. So I'm just doing me eyes, and it's quite cold well, it's not that cold today, but it's raining and it's wet, but I'm not complaining because the plants need it. So I've done that. I've put that in my crease and around my crease, and now I'm just going to blend that out a bit. So I need a fluffy brush. I'm going to use this brush, which I don't know where it came from. Hi, Sham. I think it's Alicia's. No, I'm not going to use that brush because, yeah, I'm going to use that brush. And I'm just going to dip into this sort of light color. And some people might think, oh, why are you doing that? I'm just doing that to soften up, that harshness. That brush is not right. In the bin it goes. I think it's Alicia's brush. I've never seen it before. And some of my brushes are missing. If I strangle a child, would you lot bail me? Let me tell you what Alicia does, right? She uses her brushes, and then when they're all dirty and manky, she puts them in my lot so that I can wash them, and she takes more clean ones. I'm telling you, that's what she does. That is what she does. So I may strangle a child very, very soon. So I'm just softening up. As I said, this would be a sort of browny, nudie eye. Thank you, Bernadette. See, Bernadette will bail me, and I'm sure Maria will as well, because I'm telling you, I'm on the verge of strangling a child. Because all of a sudden, sometimes I notice I've got loads of dirty brushes, and I'm thinking, when did I use that color? When did I use that color? And it is my Alicia. Oh, there's something I wanted to talk about. I've just remembered. Does anybody else find that people are hard to understand? You think you know someone, you think, you know, you got them sussed out. Oh, Sonia will bail me as well. Thank you, Sonia. You think you know someone, you think you have them sussed out, and then some strange incident happen, and you think, I don't know that person at all. Sometimes I prefer to have conversations and relationships with children and animals. Sometimes I do. Right, so I've done that, and then I'm just going to go back into that color just to deepen up the bottom a bit, but without the harshness. Sometimes I just prefer to have conversations and relationships with children. Because at least with children, you know where you stand. Sometimes adults are just difficult. Hi, Tiffany. I saw that you just waved at me in a private message. I saw it on my iPad. It came up and I was like, ooh. Right, so I'm just going to darken up the corners. As I said, I'm not doing anything fancy smanchy. I just came on to chat to you. And as you know, I love my colors and I do a lot. And I'm going to start back doing all my different stuff that I normally do. But today I just felt like doing this. I really just felt like, and today is more about technique. Yeah, I've shaved all my head. I know, Sonia, sometimes it's really, really difficult, and you just think, you know what, I know that person, I understand that person, and then some ish happen, and you think, what? Where did that come from? So I've had that a bit of experience a couple of days ago with two of my friends, actually. So yeah, that's that. Should I do a bit of glitter on my eyes, or is it too much to go to the supermarket? Is a bit of glitter too much? As I said, I want it to be quite neutral. So I may not do glitter on my eyelids. What I will do though, I'm not gonna cut my crease, but what I will do is I brighten up where I want to lay down a lid color. And I'm just gonna use some leftover concealer that I had on my hand, and I can use an eye primer for this, but I already have the concealer on the back of my hand, waste not, want not. So I'm gonna use it. So that's what's been happening. So I'm just trying to figure out the human species at the moment. So this is not like a clean cut crease. It's just me just brightening up where I want to lay down a little lighter lid color on my inner lids. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I can't be putting on, I mean, sometimes I do. I've been to the supermarket in carnival makeup before. Because sometimes I do a makeup look for you lot and I just think, girl, I ain't changing my face, but I need to go out. And I do get looked at like, ooh, because where I live, I've got a lot of posh mums, you know, with the son's name that's Tarquin and the daughters who are Isabels and Ellies. I've got a lot of the posh mums in the coffee shop. So, hi Janice! So, it's, sometimes they give me the look because I've got no hair. They've got flowing blonde or brunettes, and sometimes I've got like glitter and gems on my face. So the kids go, oh wow, look at that lady, mummy. And the mothers go like, whoo, lock up your husbands. I'm telling you, so I do get that look. Sometimes I do get that look in my neighborhood. The sort of, whoo, who does she think she is? Coming out looking like that, the hussy. I do get it. Trust me. Trust and believe. So I'm just going to go in with this flat brush, which I think is an e.l.f. brush. Good morning, Debbie. And I'm just going to add a bit of light. I do, let me tell you, I do get, you know that be quiet child. They give the children the look like, don't associate with that hussy. She's got no hair. She looks butch. A lot of people think that I'm a lesbian. And she has all this makeup on her face. But you know me, I love it. If you know me, you know I say, oh, thank you, Sonia. Makeup is easy if you practice, and I've had a lot of practice. So I'm just patting. Notice, like, when I do my other bits, like my lids and above my lids and stuff, I do windshield wipers. But when I'm doing hair, I just pat it in. And I'm still in that one palette. So now I'm using this pink color. It's a light pink, and I've got a lovely pink palette coming in the month of love. So I'm just waiting for that. So yeah, that's it. Eyes done. So I'm just blending. So I've patted it in, and then now I'm just using the tip of the brush, and I'm just blending it in with that top color. That's what I did. That's what I did. Hold on. Ooh, I need to read. Listen, I ain't want these people. I'm just me. I put on my clothes, and I get dressed and I go out. But I just find it hilarious. I see the reactions on their faces, and what I do is I talk to the children. I go, hello, what's your name? I go, what's your name? You know, and they might say, it's Isabel. And I go, hello, Isabel. You know, are you okay today? That kind of thing. I find it hilarious. Hang on, you lot. I'm just trying to. Yes, I will, Tiffany. Are you all right? Are you okay, darling? Bernadette and Sonia. You don't need to lock up your husbands. You don't need to lock up your husbands. Right, so that's my eyes more or less done. I just need to put a bit of eyeliner. That's it, bish bosh. Hi Emma Louise Lou, how are you? Thank you for popping in. I'm just blending this out a bit. Just blending. Okay, darling. Ooh, wedding makeup. Congratulations. Congratulations, sweetie. Right, so let's do a little. I need to get a new eyeliner because I don't know where my eyeliner is. Well, I know where it is, but it's not. So I'm going to do a very dark liner. I'm just using a brush, an angled brush, and a liquid, not a liquid, a gel liner. I'm just gonna darken up. I say this all the time. I love this liner, but it is so pigmented. Like, when it's time to take it off, this thing gets all over my face. Like, literally all over my face. It does. Hi, Jenna. I've got a lot of new people coming in today. People I've never seen before. Ooh, check me out. You see how the eyeliner makes a huge difference to this look. What's everyone doing today? I'm working. I've got 10 million. You can see I've got concealer on the back of my hand. I've got 10 million videos to do. And I've got to go out and get some food. Because I went away last week. In case you were under a rock and you didn't see, I went away. So what I did was I used up all my food so that, like my perishables, of course I've got cupboard stuff, but my perishables, the little bit of vegetables that I do eat, I don't eat a lot of vegetables, which is bad. I know, don't come for me, but I'm just not a vegetables person or fruit. Well, fruit, I have to be careful because of the sugar content in it. Nurse Bernadette would agree with me. I have to be very, very careful with the amount of fruit that I eat. But listen, Bernadette, you're going to the garden to pick green peas and you're going to tell me that. Just make sure you send mine. I haven't had like proper like green peas off the tree. I remember as a child, I used to hate, when I'm telling you, I used to hate shelling peas. I used to hate shelling peas. Let me tell you, my mother used to make, especially dry peas. I remember one day my mother gave me like a bag of dry peas, like a massive like flour bag of dry peas to shell. That year we must have had good crop. Anyhow, she gave me that piece. Oh, thank you, Janelle. She gave me that piece to shell. I threw away half of the woman's peas. So what I did was, so we had like a big bag to shell the peas in and another bag to put the shell in. So those that I couldn't like open, then away half of the peas. So when I was like, oh, I'm finished now, my mother came and she was like, I think she knew that she didn't get a lot of peas. So she now, the bag that had the peas that was meant to have been shelled, she shook that bag and you can hear all the, because it's dry peas, you can hear all the peas in there. Look at that, I get one set of licks. You throw in my peas, I get one beating. Bernadette, I cannot forget that licks. I got one beating, let me tell you. Because times were hard. I ain't afraid to sit down here and say, times were hard. And I think someone must have given her the peas. I don't even think we had, if I remember, I'll ask her. She's not on Facebook. But I'll ask her. I think someone must have given her that peas. So, you know, we had to shell that peas. And that peas was meant to last us for a long time. Because you had to make pea soup, you had to make rice and peas, you had to make everything with that peas. Listen, I threw away half of the woman's peas. I can feel that cut ass I got. Mommy beat me, boy. She beat me. And then she made me go through the bag with the peas and do it all over. And do it all over again. Like, go through and find that piece. Right, I'm going to move on to my face. I'm going to do my lashes. I'm telling you, I mean, you're talking about 30 years ago now. So, and my mom had 3 of us. And she still is very hardworking. Right, so as you know, I've got these 2 little friends that decided to come and take up permanent residence. They're paying rent at the moment. So before I put on my BB cream, I'm just going to do a little bit of concealing of my 2 little friends to hide them. You know, I don't want them there. Listen, I got one set of licks. And and she made me go through. And this was late. So I remember sitting there that night, going through every piece, every piece. And that by that time, she's sitting there watching me. Because I was a bit of a rebel. Even though I got licks, there was nothing stopping me from going back, from doing the same thing again. Because now I'm vexed, you know. And by that time, my brother's sleeping. There was only 2 of us at that time. My brother's sleeping and she is sitting there watching me now shell that peas, because I've lost the privilege to shell the peas on my own now, because I do that. I can't be trusted. So she's sitting there half asleep, nodding, but she is watching me like a hawk, boy. She's watching me like a hawk. Now shell that peas. It was hilarious. How I thought I would get away with that. I don't know how I thought I would get away with that. Because, of course, she would know the amount of peas she expected. For those of you who are not Caribbean, I'm talking about pigeon peas here. I'm going to go in with my BB cream. I've put a bit on my hand. You know this is my holy... She was watching me like a hawk. Bernadette, I could remember. I can see her now. I'm sitting in front of the door, the back door, because, you know, like, we have the door opened. I'm sitting in front of the door, and she's sitting on a chair now in the kitchen. And she's, hurry up! I want to sleep! I want to sleep! And every time I slow down, plateau, I got a slap. Hurry up! I want to sleep, and you have to go to school in the morning. But whoever in here knows my mother. But tonight, you're shelling that peas. Tonight, you're shelling that peas. Mommy, I could do it tomorrow. No. Oh, Mommy, I could do it tomorrow. Shut up. Mommy, I'm tired. You're tired? I will give you tired. Why you know about tired? You ain't walking nowhere. got a good beating, I'm telling you, for that peas. And eventually, very late, I shelled the peas. The moral of the story is do something right the first bloody time. Because sometimes you think, like, with your parents, I know growing up, I think, oh, well, if I don't do it right, then I wouldn't have to do it. My mother, listen, if you don't do it right, she make you do it again and again and again until you got it right. At the time, I hated it. I was like, I didn't like her. I was like, she's a bad parent. How you can beat a child. How you can make a child wash the same shirt 3 times. I wore white shirts to school because I went to convent. That woman would sit down there and make you scrub that shirt neck until it's white. Now, when you're in the hot sun all day, how the heck? Of course your shirt neck dirty. She used to make you scrub the shirt. But now I can wash a shirt. Listen, I can't, my children, thank God I have good children. And I'm so eternally grateful for that I've got amazing children. But you think, no. I could say to Krista, sit down. Let me tell you, my mother, if you give her a chance up to now, she's still trying to beat me, you know. A couple years ago, I went to America to see her with my husband. And I don't know what I did. Whatever it was, I must have been a little bit rude. She started pulling out the chair. And I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm going up to cut you down to size. And I'm like, I'm married. I have 2 children. And my husband's standing right there. And she looked at him and she said to him, don't get involved or else you're going to get your share. That man ran a mile. She was like, oh yeah, corn stick. And we used to use blue soap. You just have blue soap and rubbing it on your shirt to make sure the thing. So yeah, my mother tried beating me. I was in my 30s. And she tried to beat me, y'all. She told the man, she was like, don't get involved. Because you're going to get yours. Right, so I've done my face. I use BB cream, which is my holy grail. If you watch me all the time, I always use BB cream. And now I'm going back in with a little bit of concealer to brighten up my face. Bernadette, I'm telling you, she was like, that man ran. It was in the kitchen. We were sitting in her kitchen in New York. And he left. He was like, girl, I love you, but I ain't getting involved in this. So yeah, good old childhood days. But yeah, so I remember being made to do things about 10 times. And at the time, I hated it. I thought my mother was the worst mother ever. You know, a little confession is good for the soul. I thought you beating me and doing all of that and making me, and I'm not saying it's right to beat your children. Don't come for me. Don't come for me, people. I ain't saying that. But I'm saying that I'm from the Caribbean, and giving your child a little smack or a slap is what is done if a child does. Do I beat my children? No, I don't beat my bloody children because I ain't got time for that. I've got other ways of disciplining my children. Well, they're not children anymore. But exactly, and people now, you know what, Sonia, a lot of us had that kind of life. A lot of us had, you know, where and to us, that was the norm. To us, you know, if you see a woman beating her child, instead now somebody would call the police. Then they say, beat her. She too rude. You know, and children, we had to know our place. I remember once. I'm telling you, Bernadette, terrorist is not the word. We're having a little story time here, a little reminiscing. I remember once my mother fell out with this woman who lived a couple doors down. They had the massive, you know, the cursing and blah blah blah. It was something to do with boundary and land and who move a pole and all, you know, that kind of falling out. And my mother fell out with the neighbor. I didn't like the woman anyway. So the next day, I'm like, hey, look at me. I'm in my skirt and my thing. And I was in my early teens, maybe 12, 13. And I'm walking down the road. And when I saw her, she was outside in her yard sweeping up or doing whatever. I passed her straight. And I went. It's like, my mother ain't talking to you, so I don't have to talk to you. And I passed her straight. She called me back, Nyasha? I went, yes. Yes. She went, so you ain't telling me good morning? I go, well, my mother don't speak to you, so I don't have to talk. I was feisty. And I left. When I came back, who stand up waiting for me but mommy and her arch enemy to beat me because I think I'm a woman and children don't have any right in big people business. Listen, I had to tell the woman good day and I got licks. Listen, I had to say good morning, Miss So-and-so. I can't say her name because she follows me on she follows me on Facebook. Good morning, Miss So-and-so. Sorry I didn't tell you good morning. Mom, and you know that time you're talking down in your throat like, good morning. Open your mouth. Open your mouth and talk. Open your mouth. Yeah, this morning you're playing big woman. Now you can't open your mouth. I had to open my mouth and I had to say, tell her good morning, tell her I'm sorry, and then I got licks. Like, seriously? And the stupid thing is, after they team up and gang up on me, the next day they're still in talking. So why was it important? Hi, Norma. Why was it important to my mother that I had to speak to that woman? That she had to beat me? Listen, I think next time mommy's here, we're going to have a bit of a family time where my mother tried to explain all of it. Janice, speak up, open your mouth. Right, so I'm going to contour today with my contour stick that I haven't used in a long, long time. It's a contour stick that sometimes I forget. Listen. I'm telling you, and now you have children. Hi, Janine. Now you have children getting into adults' business. I could not do that. It was like, who do you think you are? And these people you know what next thing people used to do? Now, you know when they say a community raises a child? In my community, the community did raise the child. Because if you were doing anything and you saw Miss So-and-so and Miss So-and-so, listen, you know before you reach home, they tell your mother. And you reach home and say, where you come out? Don't even try to lie. Don't even try and say you were there when you were not there. Because some nosy Parker Betty see you already. And, you know, and gone and tell your mother, hey. But Nyasha didn't go to school today. Because at one time, I used to like go and see my little boyfriend. You know, so I would leave school a bit early and go, confession. And then they would call my mother, honey, Nyasha ain't go to school today. But that ain't your business. But, and at the time, there's some people, I had a teacher in school. And the other day I messaged her, I think, and said, thank you. But I didn't like that woman because she was everywhere and anywhere. Like she had nothing else to do with her life. And she used to just be, whenever you're in a wrong place, she's there. So she would call my mother and, you know, snitch. And listen. And by the time you reach home, your mother already knows your movements. So by the time I get home, mommy already know that instead of coming home, I took a bus and went to Pedmo Temps to see my boyfriend, Krista's dad, and all of that. So sometimes you try to lie and hide. I'm just going in with a bit of powder just to warm and soften up. Sometimes, hi Kizzy, you try to lie and hide, but there's eyes watching you. There were eyes watching you every single where you went. Somebody knew your parents, somebody knew somebody. And then there were those who took it to another level, and they would look in your eye and they would say to you, I am spitting. Who remembers that? Where are my Grenadian people? I am spitting. Don't let it dry before you reach home, because I'm going to call your mother. And in those days it was house phone. You had no mobile. I'm going to tell your mother where you was. Listen, you better make movements. And the thing is, let's address something. I had no side of no story. My mother did not care whether Miss Esther was lying or Miss This was lying. She wouldn't ask you where you came from, you know, because if an adult say you do it or you were there, you were there. So it wasn't like, oh, well, I wasn't there or Miss Esther lying or nothing like that. Once a grown person say it, it's gospel. And some of these grown people used to lie. They used to lie, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they're leaving you in tongue. And that's, oh, thank you, Donna. They're leaving you in tongue. They're getting on a bus to go home and tell your mother and saying, don't let them reach home before you. Thinking about it now, I'm just going in with some loose powder just to set under my eyes. Thinking about it now, if you leave somewhere before me, how you can threaten me, don't let you reach to your destination before I reach to the destination, and we going in the same destination. I'm telling you, and these people, now I see these people, no, they don't want to hear. My mother, she was guilty of that. That I cannot. Now I would say to my, like for example, a friend of mine said to me the other day, she saw Alicia and some of her school friends standing outside, and some of them were smoking, and she made it clear Alicia wasn't smoking, but some of them were smoking. But when Alicia came, I asked her, were you there? My mother didn't used to ask me no question. If Miss Gladys or Miss Beatrice or Miss Mary or Miss Esther or Miss Shirley say you're there, then you're there. They don't ask you no question. But I must say that sort of upbringing, let me take a sip. That sort of upbringing gave me a certain work ethic, a certain way of life that I grow my children, and that I live my life, because the village raised the child. And yes, I hated it. I hated it with a passion. And there's some of these people who I think they're still nosy. Some of them still nosy, because if I land in Grenada now, before I even get to my destination, somebody don't call my aunt, but Yvette, you couldn't tell me Nyasha coming. And Tanti would be like, okay, well, I just see her. She come. I just see she passing a car. You know, it's like people are just there. So this sort of nosy, I'm just going in with me blush. This sort of nosy thing, it still goes on. You know? Even if sometimes I try to surprise somebody, there's no point. Because even somebody working on the airport would say, hey, Olinyasha, come, you know. So, you know. Yes, it did the same thing here. Exactly. And I think my children knows my values when it comes to that. So I say to my friends, if you see my child anywhere, let me know. Or if you see them doing anything or that kind of thing. And my daughters know that. And I would like to think that they appreciate that they have an entire community looking after them. And an entire community, you know, all my girlfriends. You know, I'm just going in now in my pressed powder and my color, just to pull everything together. I think my children appreciates that. A lot of young people nowadays don't appreciate the fact that a whole village in their business. And I see children now cursing adults. My children don't even swear. I know they swear because I hear them, but they wouldn't consciously swear like with people being there around them and me being there. It's not something they would consciously. And don't get me wrong, they're not saints. There's a little so and so sometimes, but there are certain things that my children know is not tolerated. So, but those people nosy. Listen, Janice, people are just nosy in general. I remember one year I went to New York. I didn't say I was going because I wasn't meant to be going. I just came back and then I went back for Labor Day. And I went on the Saturday, played Labor Day on the Sunday, came back the Sunday night. And by the time I phoned my grandmother the next morning to say, hello, how you doing? Sorry I didn't call you yesterday. She goes, yeah, you didn't call me because you was winding up yourself on the parkway. How you know that? Somebody don't call her and tell her a long time. Yo, stay there. Right, so I'm going to do my under eyes I'm going back in with a very dark color. And I'm just going to pull that. So, it's our culture and I've learned to live with it. Ain't nothing a secret. Ain't nothing a secret. But, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. So how did I start talking about this? I started talking about this because I was talking about raising children in the Caribbean. I didn't have a topic today. I just talked about whatever. So I'm not going to flip this brush around. This is an old Eco Tools brush that I can't find anymore, but I've had it forever and I am protecting it with my life because it's amazing balls. So yeah, so that is that. Now let's do a bit of mascara. Exactly, that's just our culture and that's the way our people are. But sometimes I miss it living here now in England, where sometimes I've got good neighbors because I put myself out to know my neighbors and have a chat in the summer when we're outside or whatever. But sometimes you can die and people don't even know you're dying. I don't like that. That's something I don't like. I'm trying to open a new mascara today, y'all. Showing myself some self-love. Giving myself a new mascara. So yeah, that's it. Right, yes, I've got it. Success. So I'm going to use the Epic Mascara, which I love. It's Mascara Monday. It's just amazing. And I needed a new one, so I just opened one because I've got a few. I have backup and a backup for the backup and a backup for the backup. You know, that kind of thing. So, and if you don't know, I can't see past my nose, so I am wearing contacts at the moment. And when I'm wearing contacts, I prefer to wear a good mascara as opposed to wearing false lashes. And I'm not an advocate. I love both. I do wear false lashes sometimes, depending on the look. But this mascara gives me life, so I use it a lot more now than previous mascaras. So who's ready for the self-love challenge? I'm going to come back later with that to give you your self-love challenge for today. Loving yourself and the skin. Can you not notice? I know Janine is a falsy queen. Janine, I didn't know you were still there listening to me ranting on and reminiscing about old time days and rearing of children. So make sure you're ready for your self-love challenge today. And I'm going to come back with that later. And I know in my video last night, I did not say, if you missed the video last night, where were you? Go back and watch it. I did not say a time. And that's because I've got so much going on that, for example, on Thursday, I've got a medical appointment. Diabetic appointment. Oh, look what I did. I put mascara on my nose. So a trick for that is let it dry and then flick it off. Let it dry and then I would take it off. So I'm just doing my bottom lashes. So, okay, Sonia, go for it. I'm a huge, because as I said, if I don't wear contacts, one, I can't put my makeup on, and two, I can't see what you're saying up there. So, yeah. And sometimes, I don't think I will today, but sometimes I then take them off. So you would see me do this broadcast with contacts, but then I'll take them off if I'm just indoors, living my best life. Living my best life. So thank you, Janine. Let's just contour my nose a little bit. Hi, Osric Joseph. Good morning. That's not bad. I think I pay like $15.99 maybe a month for mine. It's not bad. Did me nose. I did me nose. I did my nose. I like, and we've had this discussion before, I like my under eyes to be a bit dark because I think it looks better on me. That's just a personal preference. So I always do my under eye. Janine doesn't. Janine's like, I don't do my under eyes. I'm just reapplying some powder. Ooh, I broke it, I think. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of something else on my cheek. I'm gonna go into my sleek. Yeah, Janine likes her under eyes bright. Sometimes I do, but I like my dark, my under eye a bit dark. Thank you, Janice. Well, you do it now, do you? I know, okay. We're going to have a friend's tiff on here. You did used to do it before. Do you do it now? Hi, Jacqueline. So I'm just putting, there's not a lot of highlight, but I'm just going into, if you notice this blush, which is very old, but I disinfect it and I use it. And I'm just gonna put just a little bit of something, sparkles. You know I love a little sparkle sometimes. Have you? Oh, my apologies. I don't know why I thought that you did not do your under eyes. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. Right, should I do a nude lip or should I do a bold lip? Like bold in your face. Now, I think I'll do a... Oh, thank you. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now that I've cut all the blonde out, you lot know I ain't got no shame sometimes. Look at the grey hair, you lot. Look at the grey hair. Look at the grey hair. I've got loads, but I never see it because I'm always blonde. But when I cut it the other day, my Alicia with her fresh self chose to point out, you can't see it. You can't see the grey hair. Can't you not see the grey hairs? Look, all of that is grey. It's not white because I didn't dye my hair for a little while, so my roots were completely natural. And then I went and had it cut, and all the grey ones were like, hello. But I'm gonna grow, and then I just put a bit of a rinse on top, just to make it a bit like lighter brown. But it didn't cover the grey. It did not cover the grey. Oh, thank you, darling. Janice, you can't... Oh, good. You lot can't see the grey. That is amazing. Right, I don't know what lips to do. I don't know what lips. I'm just going to go with a brown lip today. I'm going to use my pencil and just darken my outer lip. I think you can't see a lot because I put a rinse on it, so my hair is quite brown. Because I hate my hair being black. I just hate it. Bernadette is saying bold lips. Okay, Bernadette. I got a lipstick. You lot know I love my lips bold. I think I look dead with nude lips. Bronze or copper. Now I'm gonna go bold because ooh, I was gonna do this lipstick actually. I was going to do a kind of pink, but I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. Janice, I owe you a lipstick. I owe you a lipstick. I owe you something. We need to sort that out. I had another lipstick that I've got that yeah, I was thinking pinkish. Let me try this and see what it does. What it does for my life. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with you all day. Now I wouldn't rock it all day because I got a lot of videos to do. So I'll be changing my lipstick. never worn this lipstick before, I don't think. I just took it out of the box, so I think I got it and I never wore it, but I like it. I like it. I like it. This is a Janine color, actually. Are my lips kissable? This is a Janine color without the liner. Are my lips kissable, ladies? Would you kiss me if you see me? Hi, Alice. Right, that's me, I think. Oh, yeah, I like that. It brightened up the cold day, the cold, dreary, rainy day that we've got going on at the moment. So that's me. I've done. Do you look like me new? This is my Valentine's. Bought myself the biggest flower ever. You know. Just like tried to change up my setup a bit. So you don't see the same thing all the time. See my little heart in the background from my children? They gave me that. Right, that's it. Well, I said they gave me. Krista gave. Girl, no one don't need to lock up their husbands. I ain't looking. So that's it. That's it for me face today. And you know, the products that I use are my normal products. I would do a list. I would try. I'm trying to be better. I'm going to do a list of the products that I used. As you know, it's mainly, apart from my liner and my blush, it's all in my range. So I'll stick a link below for that. And yeah, that's it. So I'm off now to work. I'll be back later today because you self-love club. This is not self-love club. It's just me and you lot having a chat. And I thought I need to get made up anyway to do me self-love club and to do everything. So turn your notifications on. Follow me on Facebook here, on Instagram, on YouTube. Just follow me. Just find me. Put my name in and whatever comes up, follow it because you don't know where I would be. My little word for you today is, you know, I talked a lot. I reminisced a lot today about my childhood and about how at the time I hated the situation. I didn't like my mother because I felt what she was doing was wrong. I didn't like the neighbors. I didn't like the teachers. I didn't like all of that because I was a rebellious, and I still am, a little rebellious so-and-so. However, sometimes things are happening in your life, and that's what I've taken from it. From going down my little, you know, memory lane, is that at the time that situation was not where I wanted to be, but I had to go through that process to become who I am today. And I think if I didn't have the nosy neighbors and the strict mother and all of that, girls and boys, I may have been in a different place. I could have been loose. I could have been, I don't know, maybe have 10 children with 8 different daddies or whatever it is. But these people took it upon themselves to ensure what ensure that I went the right way. And even though the method of them doing it was not, and some of the methods I still don't think it was the right way to do it, it's all they knew and it's all they know. And they did the best that they could. So as you go about life today and certain things may happen, you may not like it, you may not agree with it. However, we all have a chosen path, and every single experience, good experience or bad experience, molds us into the amazing, fit, fierce, fabulous woman that we are to become. Have a fantastic, motivated Monday, and I would see you all later. Bye bye.